up YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another pretty cool little overview for you of a pretty cool knife. This one was sent to me by Fred the Lug. Thanks to Fred for providing this super cool knife and some other knives. Y'all go check out his YouTube channel. He'll be linked down below. It's at Fred the Lug. Also has some pretty cool knives for sale in the Discord as well. So, thanks to all my Patreons, channel members, subscribers. You guys are awesome. If you're interested in joining the Patreon, it's linked down below, as well as the Discord. That link should still be active. Tried to make sure the Discord link is always active for anybody that's interested in joining, checking out cool knives for sale, or just chatting or whatever. Hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe right down there if you want more of it. And without further ado, this is the Indiana Knives E.D.Z. This one is the Vanax one. So, pretty cool little knife. Got a couple of different companies involved in this one as well, in one way or another. It's got the Trek Locks license by Vosteed, and this knife in particular was OEM'd by Bestech. So, pretty neat little knife. Let's go ahead and do the review. Overview, specs. 7 5/8 inches, tip of the blade to the end of the handle, what I got right there. And for your blade length, you're looking at 3 and sitting at 3 3/8, I want to say. And for your cutting edge, it's got generous forward finger choil. For your cutting edge, just a little under 3 inches, about 2 and I'm gonna call that 2 7/8 on the cutting edge there. All right, let's get out the calipers here. A blade stock thickness check. Probably help out if I turned them on first. All right, thickest part of the spine, you're looking at 107 thousandths. What I got there? Let's see, 107.5 thousandths. Go back behind the edge. This does look like a factory edge to me. 16.5 there. Let's check it. Check it right there. Right, 20 thousandths right there. And your handle thickness on it, 475 thousandths, so under half an inch on that handle thickness. All right, we'll put the calipers back up here. Let's see, let's do some size comparisons. Let's get out some of the usual suspects. You got your Ontario Knives Rat Model 1 right there, and your Ontario Knives Rat Model 2 right there. So kind of in between the two as far as overall length goes, I guess. A little less cutting edge actually than the Rat 2, or right at it maybe if you include that belly with the Rat 2. All right, put up the Rat Brothers there. Let's get out a couple of more usual suspects. We got the Cold Steel Knives, AD10. And the Demco Knives, 80-20.5. That is the slicer variant. Alright. I think I said Demco. Did I? Yeah. I said Cold Steel. I always say Demco 8010 on accident. That's a Cold Steel 8010. There's your Spyderco Paramilitary 2. And your Spyderco Knives Para 3. Alright. So an overall length that's fairly close to the Para 3, but still has a little bit more cutting edge, especially if you don't account for the belly right there in the Para 3. Let's do some random size comparisons. Let's get out the, what is the TRM Bulldog and the TRM Neutron right there. So a little bit overall length is a little bit longer than both of those. The Bulldog, let's see, let's do two more randoms. Got the High Water Knives Estuary and the Benchmade Knives Griptilian. That's the sheep's foot one. And of course, the cornerstone of any size comparison video, you got your, whoop, hit it again, there we go, DeWalt frame and hammer, and your 8-inch USA made crescent wrench, right? We're kind of a knife channel. Are you anyway if you don't put that in your size comparisons? All right, I had to do a little bit of a cut there because the camera stand was acting, or the phone holder was acting kind of crazy. Still using my phone to make videos with, by the way, in case you didn't notice. Anyway, that is the DeWalt framing hammer, which apparently can mess up some stuff there whenever it hits the mount. And the USA made crescent wrench. Let's go ahead and do some editing on this one. All right, let's go ahead and weigh this thing. It feels pretty light. Not really an issue with the weight, I don't think. I mean, it's titanium on the handles, Vanax on the blade steel. I don't know if I said that to begin with. It's got a back spacer there. Let's see, did they do some milling? Yeah, they did some internal milling on it. Let's see, where's the flashlight at? I always forget to have the flashlight out and ready. I don't use the flashlight as much as the tape measure and stuff. So there you can see inside. Got a little writing inside the back spacer along with, let's check that out. That's one detail I didn't notice before. So Indiana Knives E.D.Z number 16. Check that out, man. Can't believe I missed that. Oh, I guess I can. I can believe I missed it. Indiana Knives E.D.Z number 16. Look at that. Pretty cool. Nice how they put that in there, you know, instead of on the outside, billboarded all around on the blade. It's always appreciated. So anyway, weight. That was a long weight check. 4.2 ounces. Yeah, 4.2 ounces. All right. So a little over the ounce and inch ratio. A little bit on the feel it in your pocket side of things, you know, chunkier, heavier, I guess, but not super heavy or anything. Not really an issue, I don't think, especially if you're wearing jeans, work pants, something like that, and even if you're wearing shorts. So let's get out the blue jeans. We'll check out the in the pocket here. Not necessarily deep carry at all. A little bit sticking up right there. Carries pretty well in the pocket. Really nice milled titanium pocket clip on that one. Put these old blue jeans up. It's going to be time for some new jeans before long, huh? All right, so last part. There we go. T8 on the driver. Let's check the body screws. T8. All right, pocket clip. The tab's a T8, and that is internal. You can swap it from left to right. That is another awesome thing about this knife. So you can take that off, take the tab off, put the clip on this side, and put the tab on this side. So it is ambidextrous, and with that button lock kind of helps out as well. You hold it left-handed like that. I don't really see any way you can actuate it. Push that in unless you're kind of trying to, right? Left-handed. So pretty cool on that. All right, so that's all the tech specs, the overview, I guess, part of whatever you call this knife video. Things that stick out to me about this knife. Trying this a little different. So usually I would go ergos, aesthetics. Let's try to do this a little bit. The things that stick out to me about this knife. Number one, first thing whenever I first opened it, started looking at it, was this, the jimping up top. That's really nice. You got jimping here, right, on the back side of the handle scales. But this jimping extends all the way around to about a third of the way. No, maybe not. About a quarter of the way or so up the blade. Really helps out a lot. But one thing that it does help out with a lot is the front flipper. I guess you could call that a front flipper. It is a front flipper, right? You can index it fairly easy whenever you're holding it like this. Just do it like that, index it over. That's pretty easy to do from the back. Front flip it from the back like that, really easy. Middle finger reverse flick on that open hole, really easy. So kind of a fidgety knife, right? Especially being as how it's got that Trek lock, which is not the same as a plunge lock. You can see that goes through the back tang of the blade and pushes that in. So there's another little button kind of thing, I believe, inside of there on the spring, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's sort of like an inside of the blade type of button lock. So a little bit different than your standard kind of like a plunge lock, like a Civivi or something like that. Let me get out an example of that real quick while I'm thinking about it. There we go. This is a Sing Cut. This is a Watuga, but that's a standard plunge lock kind of sticking out there. So that spring is, that little button in there is hollowed out with a spring pushing it out. So the button pushes it in. When that pushes it in, the blade's able to close like that. So a little bit different than a standard, what I would call a standard plunge lock button lock. So that's pretty cool. The actuation, the fidget factor on this is out the world, I think. Pretty neat. Ergonomics on it, pretty good. I would say not like the best in the world, but really I would give them like an 8 out of 10 maybe as far as ergonomics go. Makes a cool kind of metallic noise whenever it's actuated and deactuated. Pretty cool. I like that. He did do some custom anodization on this, I believe. Let's check this piece of paper that he sent. Custom laser work. All right, custom laser work by Alex at Perfect Laser Customs on Instagram. So check him out. So it did come just plain. These run around $209 on the Indiana Knives website. They are currently sold out. Maybe they'll make some more in the future, maybe not. The OEM on this is Bestech. You got stainless hardware, titanium backspacer. I would say all around a pretty solid knife, running on bearings. Vanax steel for $209, made by Bestech. Pretty good, I think. Vanax is very edge retentive and very, very corrosive resistant. Pretty solid steel. Choke back. Choke back, you can still put your pinky right there. I wear a large size glove, average size hands. I would say, anyway, right? Choked up right there is perfect. Feels pretty locked in, pretty solid. Nice little slicey, kind of a sheep's foot Warncliffe, I guess, blade shape on it. You know, maybe, I don't know, it's got a curve in it, right? Like a lot of sheep's foot. I would say this is probably a standard classic Warncliffe, right? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. If you guys have experienced this one, let me know what you think about it. I think it's a pretty cool knife. I am definitely going to put it on my most recommended knives playlist. So, pretty neat there. All right. Thanks for Fred the Lug. Appreciate you guys watching. Check Fred out again. If you like my content, the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you want more of it. And I will see you guys on the next one.